If you've got a springform pan with a clasp that will no longer lock off or stay closed, then this could be the video for you. We're going to take a good look at this and hopefully I've got a quick fix in mind, and then once repaired we're going to adjust the tension, all being well. On the first examination I've already found a problem here. You can see there is play in the right hand side of the clasp. The good news is this has actually got its rivets intact. I did do another video which I will put in the comment section, one of my very early videos, where I've totally renewed the rivets as the whole thing just fell apart, and we successfully repaired that one. So I've got a little idea in mind to hopefully apply a bit of tension to those rivets. You can see there's a bit of pan distortion from the clasp on this side, which isn't a problem. I think if we can add more tension to the factory rivets, that should solve it. So we'll try that first. So I've placed this chisel in the vise. I'll just lock that off solid. There are a few ways of doing this. This is just the best way I've thought of. Get the springform pan, and we can see the two rivets we need to tighten up. So I'm just going to put that on the chisel, just rest it on. Now the next part involves, you can either use another chisel, or this is what's known as a ball peen hammer. And the idea of that is to mushroom the steel it comes into contact with. One side of the rivet's flat and cylindrical to insert it, and this is the side which is mushroomed to secure it. Well, that has shored that up now end. It's now flush back to the non-stick tin, and here's the other side. You can see we just flattened them down ever so slightly. So now we'll see if it wants to latch, and unfortunately it doesn't, so we need to do an adjustment. So the first thing I've noticed it's to do with this here. You can see it's not perfectly, well, straight. It's not even anywhere close to being straight. So that strikes the tin this side. So we'll put some tools on that and just bend it slightly that way. So we're now closing. It seems to be closing quite easily, implying that a little bit more tension would be desirable. You can see just there is a thin bit of the pan, which means that we can take it up a little more. Now there are a couple of ways of adjusting the tension. So I have successfully used two pairs of pliers. I'm using a pair of grips instead. So we just get the grips and give it a little bend. That's about 90 degrees. And we do the same on the reverse side. And it is important to try and get both sides evenly. And if you're struggling to secure it, that needs to be just out slightly. So if it's still springing out when you've finished, take a screwdriver in there and just gently lever that out a little. And then you should end up with maximal tension on your springform pan. So if your newly repaired pan is only just kind of latching, or maybe it's springing out, the alignment of this in relation to the tin is pretty critical. You can see I've got some grips here which just conveniently miss the tin. You could put a bit of tape on that side, you know, to protect the the pan surface. So just put the grips in and just give it a little twist and just keep trying, just work your way up in increments. So hopefully you'll get the desired result and a beautiful close like that. Many thanks for watching. I do hope that this video has been of value to you, and if it has, why not subscribe to my channel?